I'm Tom from LSI Garage. Today we have a 2018 Ram 2500 with a Cummins turbo diesel in it. I'll be showing you how to change your fuel filters. There's one on the engine, there's one underneath the bed. Tools you need: 1/2-inch ratchet and probably about 12 inches of extension, 1 1/8 socket or 28mm, Phillips screwdriver, filter wrench. I made this up to keep the mess down to a minimum. It's just a piece of 3/8 rubber hose with a barb on it, a 3/8 barb on each end, and I'll just slide it in the other hose that's up there and it'll extend it down so we won't make a mess. Let's get to it. First thing we got to do is take the water and fuel sensor light. We got to unplug it. Make sure that your exhaust is not hot. This is a DPF filter and they are very hot, so make sure it's cool. There's a little button you push here. Push it, pull the wire down, get it out of the way. Next, what we'll do, I showed you a little bit ago, the hose you made up for this. We'll put it on the drain. Then we'll bring our drain pan underneath here. If you don't use that, fuel's going to come straight down, hit the dry shaft, and just run everywhere. Okay, once we got the filter drained, tighten the drain back up. Pull the hose out of the way. What I like to do, they make a special wrench for this. Most of the guys at home don't have a spanner wrench for these, so I will take and break this water and fuel sender loose while it's being held underneath the truck. Or if you take it out and you have a vise at home, you can get it too. There we go. Got it broke loose. Now let's get our filter spun off. There we go. Should be able to spin it off now. A little bit of residue coming down anyhow. Finish draining this. We'll take it over to the workbench. Get our sensor unscrewed. Change the O-ring. The new O-ring is provided with the new filter. Make sure you don't have any dirt or sediment in there. If you do, take some clean fuel, wash it out. This one looks really good. Put your new O-ring in place. Tighten down on the filter. Plastic, so you don't want to put a lot of pressure on it. Just put a little bit of snug to it there. And then what we'll do before we head back over to the truck is I'm going to take some fuel and I'm going to prime this just a little bit. Make sure that your O-ring gets lubricated with fuel also, and double check to make sure that the O-ring did come off with the filter and it's not stuck on the base up there. But you want to take and coat this. Got to push up to release the check ball, get it started. They want it to go an extra half turn after the gasket contacts the base. Plug your sensor wire back in. You'll hear it click. And that's all you have to do back here. I'm going to head up front and I'll show you how to change the secondary filter. Okay, we got our primary filter changed. This one up here is kind of tough to get to. Take in and push in on this electrical connector, pull it out of the way, gives you a little more access. Got our 1 1/8 or 28mm socket, whatever you have, go down on top. I go between the intake manifold and the dipstick. Socket on, get it ready to go. Take a Phillips screwdriver. There's a little yellow knob down here. Quarter turn counterclockwise. There's a clear tube, you can watch the fuel drain. I've got an extension hose on it like I used on the rear. Dripping down now, we've got a pan under there. Break it loose. Get it broke loose, you can unscrew it by hand. Lift the filter up out of the canister. Got a new O-ring to put on the filter up here. Take a flat blade screwdriver. Pry the old one off. Put a little diesel on the new one. Roll it into place. Make sure it's seated all the way down into the groove for it so it's not on the threads. Get our new filter. It's got a little bit of diesel on this bottom O-ring already from sitting in our tray. Drop it down in, push it down till it snaps in place. Lid goes back on tight as you can get it with your hand. We'll snug it back up with our socket. Don't over tighten this, it's plastic. Just a nice snug pull on it. Take a Phillips screwdriver, return your drain clockwise, quarter of a turn until it stops. Plug goes right back in, roll it in until it clicks. And now we'll go inside and run it through a couple key cycles to prime it. There you go. We want to check for leaks real quick, make sure nothing's leaking underneath the hood. Everything looks good. That's how you change your fuel filters in your 2018 Dodge with the 6.7 Cummins in it. Thanks for watching our videos.